So hey guys, hello and welcome to my channel that is Coding is Easy. So आज का हमारा topic will be big data. So do you know what is big data? Let it be. I will tell you what is it. So what is big data? Big, like as the name suggests, that is big and data. So big, is it just a large amount of data? If it is, then how much large? Which factors are there that consider that this data will be large? Why it is called a big data, and why are we even concerned about it? Before going much into deep about this, first of all, we need to know that what is data. Everything that is present on the internet, everything is data. Not only on the internet, but on every system. We can consider it as data. Like for example, if someone posts any picture, or if someone comment, if someone like a person's picture, everything, even from a like to comment to post to share, everything generates a different data. So I hope the data word might be clear to you. Next, it comes to the big, like what, how much big that data would be. So when it comes to big data, this data might will go still. I hope you might have heard about uh, uh, megabytes, gigabytes, like how much we usually say that my phone is of 4 has 4 GB RAM and 64 GB ROM. So that 4 GB is nothing but the gigabytes. Similarly, when it comes to big data, it goes till petabytes, terabytes, exabytes of data. And nowadays it's also let me remember that name. Just a minute. Yeah, it's zettabytes. So zettabyte is a much larger data. We can say it's like 1000 to the power 7 bytes of data. So this much data, up till now this much, uh, size could increase much more in the future days. But like zettabytes of data, we can say that that is the big data. So on what factors, yeah, and okay, so we haven't covered these two questions. So why are we even concerned? Why are we even concerned about it? So nowadays you might have seen that even if you search a single thing on internet, like suppose if you search for an earphone, every app you use will gives you the suggestion, like the advertisement of, suppose you search earphone on Google, within few seconds only you will get the update from your e-commerce services like Flipkart or Amazon about the earphones update, new earphones launching and all. Similarly, you will also get the advertisement on Instagram about those earphones or new earphones, the specification of different earphones. Like it will show you what you want to see. So the data which you have input, given as input on the Google, uh, Google, the same input given data, that is earphone, you will see on every app, whichever app you use, or wherever you go browse on the internet, whatever you browse on the internet. So that's happened because of the field which you might have been familiar with, that is data science. So it will show you the result of what you want to see. So that's why this big data is very much important. So big data, like big data engineers collect all the data which is given to any with whatever you search. It's collected by big data engineers and they process it, and the analysis which is drawn from this is given to the other services, which whatever the services are, and they shows the respective output. So that's why we are concerned about it. Next, why it is even needed, that's also covered for data science job. Next, what are the sources of big data? That's also I have already covered. Like there are various sources like social networking sites, the major source of big data, because every second, or I can say every millisecond, a new post is shared on the social networking site. Whether it may be post, it may be video, it may be shorts, it may be reels, everything, every second, every millisecond, the data is shared. New content is shared on the social networking site. Next, the e-commerce site. Similar things happen. The weather station, this also generate a lot of data, like every minute how the weather change, the day weather change. Lot of data is generated through weather stations also. Telecom companies are also one of the source of big data. And share market, I think you all might have been, some of you I think might have been knowing about share market. Like each minute the share market trends goes up and down, so a different data is generated out of the trend. That's why the share market prediction uses this share market big data to give a proper prediction of whether the trend will go down or will it goes up. So that's the whether it will be a bullish market or the bearish market. So on what factors can we decide that this data is big? Like I have already told you that it will be like the size of the data and all, but what are the main factors we considered on which the big data will be distributed? So these are the three V's of big data. First is the velocity. Velocity at which the data is generated from any site or any application. Next is the variety. How much variety of data the site is generating. Next is the volume, that is the size of data, which I have already said that is the zettabytes and all. So these are three important V's of big data: volume, velocity, and variety. So takeaways are just that we in this video we just learn about what is big data, the basics of big data, from where it what is big data, from where it is generated, and also on what factor we can consider that the data is a big data. That is the three V's. So that's it. Do like, share, and comment to my channel. Thank you.